I'm just finishing up with this commission that I started last week, but I finished it up today. I really enjoyed working on this project. It was kind of like a puzzle to me. They sent me pictures of their table settings and some of the items that they cherish and wanted me to put it on a table setting. They wanted 4 12 by 12s, and I could arrange any of the items any way I wanted. And also there was a picture of their garden and them sitting out by their garden. So I used that as my inspiration to put them out the window with the table in the forefront. It was an enjoyable project. I really liked it, and the couple I was working for was really nice and kind of let me do my thing. I will put you overhead and show you some of the composition that I worked out. And I also want to show you, I have 2 books that I really think you will like. One is an illustrator. The other is an artist that has made this book. Let me get those for you, and I'll show you that, and I will show you my finished painting for this week. Okay, so this is the completed project. This dog in the photograph was on a table. The composition needed something down here to balance out the darkness here. Then I've got the lighter, and then finished off with just to ground it. This puppy is in the garden. The photo that I was given was in purple flowers. So I thought it fitting to put the second dog, it's a long-haired Dachshund, on a garden, but it's a rug. The rug inspiration was their tablecloth. I moved it off the table onto the floor as a rug, as my pattern. And then the other elements were just things that were in the photographs that they sent me. All right, now let's get to the books that I want you to see. This one is the Creative Illustration Workshop, Catherine Dunn. And I just love her storytelling. I love all the little quotes that she has put in also. And it is kind of like a little workshop. It gives instructions and drawing mediums and tips. Single woman. And this is how she's capturing her story in her little table sketch, and then how it comes to, but look how this ends up turning into this. Her work is very childlike, but I can assure you that drawing like a child as an adult that knows the basics of drawing, it's really hard to move your brain to that side, to make it like to break the rules almost. Wizard of Oz. Now you can, well, she is a mixed media artist, but that is one thing I do like to do is you can tell she has her initial colors on the background, and then she's carved into these colors and left her initial background. And then she goes into sock puppets. Like, seriously, that is so fun. Find a sock, bring it to life. Is pretty much all of this book. The second book you are going to love as well. Still Life with Remorse. This book is beautiful. I won't go through this whole thing. Kind of reminds me a little of Matisse, but I've marked some pages that I think you'll love. Look how she's put the tablecloth as just kind of different colors, and I do that. I mix up my colors on instead of one flat color. Vary your shades, and it kind of reads as shadows. It reads as I don't know, it's just not flat. This also reminded me of, I guess, the Red Room from Matisse, but she's written stories as well, so it's just a fabulous book. I marked that one for you. And this one. All the books on the floor. Look at the puppy on the chair. Everything is just so whimsical and fun, and the colors are fun, and the little poems that she's done. Okay, I have one more marked. Let's see what I've marked. Yeah. Oh, the little puppy on. It's like you don't even notice the puppy. You have to kind of look around, and this kind of takes you down here, and you've got table legs that lead your eye to here. This table leg leads your eye to here. So I just think I think she's just brilliant in her compositions. Okay, I think that is all I have for you today. You have a great rest of your afternoon. You know, I got to thinking about that commission I had done and all those elements of plates and trinkets that he sent me to use in his painting, and just the importance of little things and just something so ordinary as a plate, but that, I promise you, holds memories. And I thought maybe that's something you could explore too, is pull out your favorite dishes. And oh my god, you hear that? That is scary. I'm not a fan. Anyway, because food has memory to me, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. Just think of all the traditions that surround that. I feel like I'm about to be attacked by a bird. Let me tell you a tradition. Margaret, my mom, makes wassa every Christmas. And is it wassa? Wassail. Wassail. It's wassail. It's fruit punch, southern thing. It's delicious. It is delicious. But one year they had, I went to go get my wassail, came back to the living room, and everybody was kind of looking at me, and I was like, what are you looking at? And then they explained to me, at the time we had probably about 13, 14 little babies running around, little cousins. Those little kids didn't drink all the wassail, and Mama had gone and poured it all back in the punch bowl because somebody had seen her. And I was sitting there drinking it. It's not fun. So lesson is, be first in line for your wassail at Thanksgiving or Christmas. I feel like a bird is fixing to attack me now. All right, let me show you the creek. I don't know. Let's come back here. Let's come back here maybe and paint this. I think that would be so much fun. All right. Afternoon rant over.